absurd.
Yeah, that's what happened.
When I called you was a fucking demon screaming at me.
I
Hung up on me.
What?
I called you on Skype, you answered,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to do it to Matt again, but there's a demon screaming at me.
You didn't hear what I was saying?
Hmm?
You didn't hear what I had said?
I heard the video like 100 times louder than you. You're like,
Oh. I was just saying, Brian, I got to hook up one more wire. I'll call you right back.
Ah, boy.
one wire to rule them all.
So how you boys been? It's been a while.
No, it has. I saw you like a day ago.
You didn't
Last
see me
night,
a day.
actually.
You didn't see me a day ago.
I heard you.
Yeah, you heard me. We didn't. You didn't see me.
Yeah, we saw each other like a week ago.
That is true. However,
that is true.
I once again reigned supreme at Frolf.
What do you mean? That's like the first time I've seen you win.
That's not true.
Against the three of us? Yeah.
Just the three of us. I guess we're gonna have to replay it.
I'll put my championship up anytime, boys. Just in case anyone is wondering, we're talking about the game Ribbit King, which is probably the greatest golf game of all time on the GameCube. Even better than Mario Golf.
So good that not only does no one know it, but the website's gone.
We could buy the website, Matt. We can fix this.
I'm not buying it.
If we each chipped in $333, we could buy it.
I'm in.
I'm in too. You gotta get Matt on board.
I can't even afford like my own life. You want me to buy websites willy nilly?
Fucking sell your house.
Yeah, sell it.
For a website? I can't live in a website.
Live in
Technology isn't there yet.
Yeah, you can.
I saw a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. We could totally buy a website. We could Tron Matt into the website, and then Matt could live there with all.
I don't want to live in a golf-based.
It's not golf. It is not golf.
It's basically golf.
It's Frolf.
Yeah, first off, it's Frolf. It's completely different.
It's way different.
I ain't never seen no golf game where you're strapping a rocket to a golf ball.
That'd be awesome if they actually made another one, though.
It'd be awesome if the rocket worked like a rocket instead of just a small buff.
Can you imagine PlayStation 4 graphics Frolf?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can like see like the goo on the frog's back and
the
shit.
The fucking penis fields are they're all veiny and shit.
Oh, I want it. I want it so bad.
I think that's part of his charm is how not like good looking it is. It's very
no, we need a Super
Katamari-esque.
Super HD.
It's its own style. Have you ever like looked them up or anything?
No.
They still make like these weird videos where it's like their mascots playing musical instruments and singing songs.
Go on.
It's not the Ribbit King characters, but it's the same exact art style.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them sometimes they play English songs, like beach songs, pretty much. It's very strange. But people gather at the malls to see them. Apparently, it's still.
Oh my god!
You're looking
it up. So sad going from making a video game to just like working at the mall.
It's not like Mall Santa.
It sounds like it. Do they have a little hat in front of them to get some money so they don't starve to death?
They also made like stop motion animation, where it's like this tiny alien came to Earth.
So the storyline of Frolf, but go on.
Oh my god!
It's like one of those directors that every time they make a movie, it's the same movie with different skin.
Twist.
So I was curious how you guys felt about Oculus Rift.
Good segue. Go on.
Oculus Rift.
Nice link.
Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
That thing's still around.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's going to be $599.
It's not out.
No.
I thought it's been out for years.
The Kickstarter one was.
Yeah, the developer prototype bullshits.
I don't care about it at all.
No? Have you ever played one?
No. When would I have the opportunity?
I don't know if any of your friends had one.
I don't have any friends.
That is true.
All right.
Oh, man, this is getting awkward fast.
Yeah.
Why would you make me relive that?
Maybe we should get Matt out of here, Brian.
Maybe we should get Matt some friends.
I'll hang up right now. I don't give a shit about any of this or you.
Oh God, he's dying.
It's Caro King DX. Let me send you guys a link real quick.
Okay.
Then we'll move back on.
No, let's
Are you interested at all in Oculus?
Once it's not as much as a console, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of expensive, but it's pretty neat.
It's one of those things like 3D TVs were neat,
Yeah.
but
Don't see much of those anymore, do you?
yeah, I think Oculus Rift. I think this is going to be a bigger thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I think it's going to be like the Wii. It'll be an interesting idea that people don't utilize correctly.
But like I don't think it's going to
5 years.
I don't think it's going to sell like the Wii did, though.
Oh, I don't mean that at all. I mean of unused potential.
Gotcha.
I think it's something that has the ability to be interesting that no one will use in the correct way.
I think it's all going to be Freddy Krueger games where they're sticking pitchforks and shit at you.
Yeah, it'll definitely be cheesy 3D effect movies for a while.
Yeah. Whoa! I feel like I'm in the gang. Fuck you.
I think it's funny how basically the week that they announce Oculus Rift, like Steam has one coming out, PlayStation has one coming out. Like there's going to be like 3 or 4 different versions of this thing.
It's almost
That's
like
another problem.
Business.
No, but I mean, what I thought was it was just a kind of a platform, and all these companies would develop for the one platform, like software-wise. But now there's like 3 different hardware, which is just weird to me.
Like it makes sense when you're looking at it, kind of like how Wii, where everyone had their own thing, Kinect, PlayStation Move, the Wiimote. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like, buying a fucking 3 different TVs for the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's some companies that at least are just third party and just make software for all of them. Because it would suck to have to like you buy the Oculus and then something freaking cool comes out like Sony Smash Bros on the Sony one, then you want to play that one time online.
It's such a waste of technology.
That's what I'm thinking too. Is like, what would you want out of a game?
The only time I've ever seen the Oculus Rift used in a way that I was like, "Oh, what an ingenious use," is places that construct like mazes in a warehouse, and you put the Oculus Rift on. It's kind of like Carl Pilkington said. It's glasses, but you put it on, and it makes the walls look like graffiti if you like that, or it makes the walls look like an island paradise. It's you put on the glasses, and it makes it look like you're in a castle, and like
I see. It's like it's texturing everything, kind of.
Well, you don't actually see the walls. You're in a 3D world, but the 3D world is mapped to be the same size as the rooms you're going through, or the maze you're going through. So the walls, if you touch a wall, it'll feel like fucking drywall, but it'll look like, through the Oculus, it'll look like, fucking stone brick type of thing. And orcs and shit will, like, attack you, and you have to fight back with, like, your little controllers. But obviously nothing's attacking in the real world. I think that's the only way I've actually seen it used, because if you're using, like, a D-pad to walk, then why am I even playing this? I'll just put it on the TV. But if you're actually having to walk through a 3D space, it's kind of like, in California and other places, they do those, like, danger room things you have to escape from.
Yeah.
I think only on that level does the Oculus Rift offer something. Otherwise, it's just stupid.
I want it to be the danger room from X-Men.
You die!
I did see...
They do it in California.
I did see one thing.
I don't know. You just call it danger room. It's called escape room. Just
escape room. Yeah.
Same thing. Danger escape.
Both
of them got me freaked out. Adam, no talking.
I did see one thing, Matt, that kind of builds into what you were saying. With it looked almost like a 3-dimensional treadmill that this guy was on, and there was like a belt kind of thing that like held you in the middle. But he had an Oculus on, and he was walking on this treadmill. But again, it was almost like
is what moved the character.
Yeah. But it was almost...
See, that's a good use.
The treadmill was weird because it went in like any direction. It was kind of like you're on top of a ball.
The Wonka mill.
Yeah, pretty much. But they did that. But it's just so funny looking because it was so hard for the guy to walk because it wasn't just like...
Well, yeah, because you're not just walking normal. You're walking through your waist, essentially. It's weird.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. But I agree. I mean, I think it'll be cool for some things. It'd be cool to... if you're playing a game like Pilot Wings, to sit on your couch and kind of just see that stuff. But I don't know. I'm not going to buy into it at first. I just think it's $600 is way too much.
You know how much like the real consoles are going to sell their version for?
I don't know if Steam and Sony have announced what theirs is going to be. I'd imagine
and
Sony,
it's cheaper.
Yeah, Sony could probably go cheaper because they've already got the PlayStation out there for like hardware end. But I don't know.
I think they mentioned it that it was. They didn't give a price point, but they mentioned that it was going to be cheaper. But then the Oculus Rift came back and said it'll be using inferior shit and blah 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 blah.
I bet you, regardless of what inferior shit they use, the Oculus Rift will disappear, and people will just buy the ones they already know from their company. People that like Xbox will buy the Xbox one, or I mean, if they even have one.
Well,
the only PlayStation will buy those ones. People that have Steam will buy those ones.
Yeah, the only benefit to the Sony one is obviously it has Sony's library to pull from. Oculus has Facebook money to freaking back it up, so they might just stick it out. They've got to make $2 billion back on that thing.
Motherfucker, 3D Farmville.
I want to check my messages and look at my animated GIFs in Oculus Rift.
I want to turn my head and see Matt's message over there.
I want to be able to turn around and see Matt sleeping when he doesn't go over to Brian's house.
Too soon.
Hilarious.
Matt's broken this time. I don't know if it's fun.
I felt way worse for the Iron Giant.
Fuck you then.
Wait, what? I said what? Why? Because I thought one instance was worse than the other. You guys were at least at your house eating garbage pizza. You could do whatever you wanted. The other one, you were already at the movie. It's over.
Yeah.
So, what movie were you gonna watch? Turbo Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's that about?
We're gonna watch it.
No. We both saw a review for it, and I remember practically nothing besides seeing it and going, "I really want to watch this."
It's about a post-apocalyptic world, but like
I see you survive the apocalypse.
But like set in the 80s-ish, so all the music is 80s, all the sound effects are 80s, all the people have very like 80s mentalities, but it's just made now. And it's about some kid with some sort of power glove, and they fight some sort of thing. But supposedly it's a pretty decent movie, and it just has a visual style that would make me happy to watch.
That's pretty neat.
And everyone rides bikes. You'd love it. I bet there's a stoppie in there somewhere. Pile of shit.
One other thing I wanted to ask you guys about: have you seen the Detective Pikachu game?
Everyone's seen the Detective Pikachu game.
Have you seen Danny DeVito?
That's what I was going to ask you.
I'm sorry, what now?
There's a petition going around that they want Danny DeVito to voice him for the game in America.
Dude, like I said to Brian, I said when that comes to America, he's going to have a cutesy little kid voice.
Yeah.
If it was Danny DeVito, not only would it fit better with the Japanese voice actor, but it'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm. It
he
basically
did Lorax. Come on,
Lorax Pikachu.
Hey, that was what was that? DreamWorks money? What was that?
Charlie.
I think it was DreamWorks.
I can't remember what company made that. I don't think it was DreamWorks actually.
No.
I don't think it was Blue Sky.
It definitely wasn't Pixar.
It might have been Universal.
There's too many damn.
Let's see.
3D movie.
But did you guys actually listen to the I'm sure you did, Matt. But Adam, did you listen to the Japanese voice for Pikachu?
No, I just saw the.
Yeah, that's what he sounds. He sounds like Danny DeVito.
Oh, really?
He has a very. My guess.
That kind of.
My guess is that it's a story about a man, an actual detective, an old man, like 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, who then gets turned into a Pikachu, a la those dungeon games.
It's just Detective Conan. He just got.
I was gonna say, didn't they always have the freaking super high pitch like Pika Pika?
Well, yeah, there's even another Pikachu in the commercial that you get to see him talk to for a second, and it's just a normal Pikachu going, Pika.
I read some facts saying that it's basically the meow thing, actually. It's that.
Whoa. Did he use all his experience points to learn how to talk?
Basically, he has no moves because he used all his stuff to be able to talk.
And learn detective agency.
Yeah, so I think it's just the normal Pikachu.
The Lorax was Universal Pictures, by the way.
Weird.
That's why no one cared about it.
Where the fuck can I get some more Pikachu facts?
The females have hearts on their tails. There's some facts for you.
Ooh, weird.
So, Matt, you'll be excited by this next story.
Bet I won't. Go on.
They're adding a new section to World of Warcraft.
I don't give a shit about that.
Another expansion. I know you're chomping at the bit to play that.
When was the last time I played that guy?
Apparently, it's called.
I like the fact that they have spider mounts. That's cool.
It's called Suramar.
Oh.
And looks pretty neat, actually.
Yeah, so does every expansion. Then it comes out and no one cares after a month.
Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, I love how that game has such a cool look to it. Even though I'm not a big fan of the game,
Hmm.
it's just so neat.
Why do they, Brian? Maybe you can answer this. Why do they still make normal mounts when you can fly in every map?
It's actually very frustrating. It's remember when you played the bullshit Wrath of the Lich King? Yes? No?
Wrath of the Lich King. That's the
Remember?
snowy one, right?
Yeah, snowy one.
I only played that through the free servers, and most of
Exactly.
that map made you crash. So I didn't do too much in that map. But go on.
But what happens is that every time people complain the shit out about it at this point, but every time they release an expansion, there's some sort of excuse why you can't fly until you're the max level.
Oh, okay.
So in that one, it was cold weather training or something that you get when you're level 7. You have to buy it.
Yeah.
But every single one, I can't remember the other ones, but they make an excuse, be like, strong wind training. So that's why they still have ground mounts and shit, because you can't use the flying mount for most of it.
Um, I'm fine with that from a game thematic, not thematic, like from a gameplay perspective. Like you don't want everyone to fly everywhere and just drop down on the rare spawn that they have to kill. You want them to fight their way to it, stuff like that.
Yeah, you're making like a story at first because you got to go from this area to this, and you have to.
Yeah, yeah. Just flying really ruins the pacing of that game. Once I had a flying mount, I didn't fucking that raptor didn't see the light of day. I had like 7 mounts. I didn't use any of those. I had a fucking flying dog monster.
Yeah, it was pointless.
I used to just fly around things for a while. It was just fun. Um, but that does explain why they keep releasing like new land mounts. Like I saw they have like a it's such a bullshit thing. It's just a horse with like a fiery like mane and horn and hooves, but they have two versions, same model, different skins. One's a black one with red highlights. One's a white one with blue highlights.
Whoa.
I imagine which ones get who. I
They're
wonder if
definitely
the
not
horde
color
gets
coded. Yeah.
the holy white horse. They're probably both
That's so
available to
racist.
both factions. Um, but yeah, and then they had this cool ass fucking like Black Widow. I was like, that's fucking cool. No one's gonna use it because you can fucking fly, but whatever. So that makes sense. That must be really frustrating to people that have like the highest speed mounts and shit.
I mean, it's the same every time. It's like you spend months getting an amazing weapon, and then it's just garbage like a day later.
Yeah, it's so weird to me. Like I think about this every so often. Is like the game came out and vanilla existed for like years.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first ever expansion pack came out. Everyone's so excited. Oh my god, the first ever expansion. And then they just started like falling out left and right.
How long?
Yeah.
How long was it before the first expansion came out? Was it literally years?
I don't think.
I want to say 2 or 3 years. I could be wrong though.
Google.
Yep.
I think the first time I actually played the game, what was the name of the third or the second expansion?
Well, the first one was Burning Crusade. The second one was it Lich King or was it the
Burning
whole
Crusade.
like dragon thing?
All right, I got a timeline right here.
Good.
The game officially came out November 23rd, 2004. Burning Crusade.
2004. Wow.
Yeah, we played it a long ass time ago. Burning Crusade was released on January 16th, 2007.
Okay,
So
so
3 years.
Yeah, and then pretty much everyone after that was like a year apart or 2 years maximum. Like a year and a half, I should say.
but don't most games like that kind of start nosediving after the second expansion comes out?
It was just such a phenomenon at the time that it held a lot of steam, and people still come back to it when an expansion comes out, but they don't keep playing it.
Yeah, every time it seems like the rates, and I think the last one was like the worst one. Like I think people literally weren't happy with it, but I could be wrong. But they have a really strong player base of people that just play, and after spending 6 years or whatever playing
10
that
years.
game and accruing things, it's sometimes hard to leave because you're like, well, I've accomplished so much in this world that makes me feel like I'm doing good in the real world. So you just kind of hang out. But supposedly, numbers-wise, every time they release an expansion, they get a huge influx of new players, or returning old players. And then about 2 or so months in, after you've completed like most or all of the shit, that player base goes like back down to what it was before the expansion. And I think the last expansion or the one before that, it went down to a little bit lower than what it was before the expansion.
Just the panda one.
I don't know if it was the panda one or the orc one.
Last one was the Organs Warlords of Draenor.
So they're on their 5th expansion coming out?
6th coming out.
Holy frick. Does it say how many people still play the game? Like I know they used to sell like stickers in the box. It would be like 14 million people.
They stopped doing that when it went back down. But
rich people failing.
The last number I believe was like June of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last number I can find anyway. It says 5.6 million subscribers, which is still the number one.
Yeah, that's still nuts.
Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want about like how it goes down after expansion and all that shit, and how the expansions aren't good or whatever you want to call it. But there's still leagues past every other one. Like the only other MMO that I even hear people talk about is Guild Wars, and that's it. And sometimes Terra, but that's more of a niche market, I think.
The only one like Final Fantasy 14 has actually gotten a lot of love, and a lot of people play it now. But that's the only one I can really think of.
Is it millions? Do you think?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Woo! Internet! What a waste of time.
Which one was it when
which
you
one
could
of you
play
guys is the gay one? Which
the
one
Death
of you is the
Knights?
straight one?
Which one was that?
I couldn't hear your question over me.
Imagine that. Which expansion had the Death Knights?
That was Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, that's when I played, and it was.
I did not play that shit.
You played like a month before that. I remember us running you through a shitty dungeon, getting you a bow.
Who, me?
No, we ran Adam through. It was like Howling Caverns or whatever.
Okay. I don't know. I don't remember fighting a single Death Knight in PvP, and that's pretty much what it was all about in that game.
I think I played a Tauren hunter named Meat Beef.
No, I'm saying this was before Wrath of the Lich King. It was like
no, I know, but I think I played him as a hunter though, and I think that was my first character before the Death Knight. I forget what the Death Knight was. Like what race? Can't remember.
They could be anything, so yeah, I don't know.
I definitely remember Meat Beef was my Tauren hunter though.
Stupid name.
Whatever, dude. Oh, I do remember my Death Knight was Beef Chunk. He too was a Tauren because they were the coolest looking ones to me.
Really, Taurens?
Yeah.
Weird.
They're just neat looking.
They're like, as far as I know, the least popular race.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not the cool kid.
I know, it makes me sick.
So
about a million, just to answer.
About a million. Okay, and now does that include Japan in here?
Yeah.
Cool. That's still pretty freaking impressive. Have 1 million people online playing your game.
Japan.
Yeah. Now there's way more registered users, but like the amount of people playing at the same time is like 700,000, give or take.
Right. How much does that game cost per month?
15, I think, is the norm now.
And is that what World of Warcraft is too?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm surprised they haven't raised that or changed it at all over the years.
It did. I mean, I thought it was like 10 or 12 when we first started.
No, we played 15 a month.
Maybe that was the one that jumped it. You know what I mean?
So 3 things have turned 20 years old this month. One of them definitely will but Matt will know about one of them at least. Brian will definitely know about one, and I definitely know about one. The first thing that turns 20 years old is Pokemon.
A 20-year-old child?
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
I don't get this. Like, you see things online like, oh, it's 20 years old. Oh, you feel old? I'm like, fucking no. Why would
it's not that I feel old.
Progression of time make me feel old.
It's not that
that's actually...
I know the one thing that should, but it doesn't. I don't run my life in any sort of adult way, which isn't a good thing. It's a detriment. But because of that, like, I don't feel like an adult at all.
Well, my first experience with Pokemon was there was this kid in my neighborhood that his parents like bought him a bunch of the cards before they were out here, and I had never freaking seen it. And this was probably when I was like 10 or 11, so right when it first came out.
Yeah.
And he kept trying to like get me into it. I'm like, what the hell is Pokemon? and he tried to explain it to me, and it just sounded so stupid to me. I remember being like,
"You were the worst friend." Your friend was like reaching out to you, and you're like, "This sounds gay."
They're in Japanese.
My fucking friend tried to get me into Digimon, like the little like handheld ones. I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's be best friends. Let's battle on the bus." And then we did, because that's what friendship is.
Yeah, whatever. It's stupid.
I had a Digicat.
I mean, I think everyone had a Tamagotchi at some point in their life. That's just all the Digimon was a mean Tamagotchi.
The next thing that turns 20 years old is game FAQs.
Yeah, that's fucking.
I don't care about that at all.
I remember using it for Super Nintendo games. So that was like 1997. I remember using it earliest.
I remember the first time I ever heard about that site. I think I was looking at Mortal Kombat stuff. But I remember going to it and like, God, this website looks like crap. Not understanding like, hey, this is just made to be fast and to house text.
Yeah, it's just text, just walls and walls of it.
But obviously, I grew to appreciate it. But didn't like a company buy it not that long ago, like Activision or something?
I don't remember. The big one that people complained about, but this was years and years back, I remember, was GameSpot fusing with them.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I don't appreciate that we went through the trouble of finding a chat room for a game that no one knew about so that we could have our own private chat room online. And then some dickhead, I don't remember who it was, and I don't think it was me, said like fuck in there or something, or cock, and the moderators came down upon us and deleted it.
I remember this.
What game was that?
Yeah, it's because it happened.
It says CBS Interactive Inc. is copyrighted for game FAQs, so maybe CBS bought them.
What
like the drugstore?
No, that's
the television network.
Oh.
What game is that where you guys build a chat room?
No. You know how like if you go to a game, it has like a forum for each game that you can like discuss the game in.
Oh yeah, okay.
We just found a game that no one knew about or was talking about to get our own private forum for just us.
I hear you. Okay. What game was it? Do you remember what game you picked?
No one does. That's what's the beauty of it.
It was like completely random. We just picked something that sounded funny, if I remember right. But
it's probably just some piece of shit Flash game.
The third thing that turns 20, and I know Matt will not give two shits about this, but Brian might, is
about the game FAQs.
Duke Nukem 3D.
Why the 3D part?
That's just the game that's 20 years old.
So Duke Nukem is over 20?
Yeah.
That's not important.
Duke Nukem, I think, came out in 91.
Yeah, he had weird 2D versions before the popular 3D one came.
Do you remember? Did you play that game when you were little, Brian?
I played it on a shitty old computer, and it was like the shareware version of it, so I could only play the first level or few, whatever that was on there, but I played the crap out of it.
Yeah. I remember playing it on, I think it was my Packard Bell that we had, with like Windows 3.1, I think. Was it? No, it was 95. Windows 95. And I just was blown. That was like actually probably the first real 3D first-person shooter that I played, and then obviously I went into like Unreal Tournament after that. But I remember I had so much fun just going around finding like random hidden stuff, and such a super fun game. And then they released it on Saturn, and it wasn't good.
Are we talking about the one that's all pixelated? Like it's not like computer graphics, right?
What do you mean?
What?
Like.
Just go look at it on like YouTube or something. It's Duke Nukem 3D. There was a map that we used to play in Counter-Strike on our custom server that had the movie theater from one of the maps.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah. What do you think we were talking
about? Don't worry about it.
No,
I'm done. 20 years old. Yeah.
What game did you think we were talking about?
Don't worry about it.
I'm curious.
Doom.
Doom.
They must start with D.
They should make Doom Nukem.
That's why I was like, why are we talking about Doom 3D? What about Doom? How old's that one? I didn't realize you meant a totally different game that I never even played.
Mm-hmm.
It's only funny too.
You guys want to talk about Doom?
Is it with computer graphics?
Because like Doom has like it's a 3D perspective. You're like in that building.
The joke
like
is that it's all on computer. I get you. You're talking about
the actual game, like the way it looks, it's all pixelated, but it's in a 3D environment. Versus like he said, Unreal Tournament, which as far as I know is 3D like polygonal things, you know?
Yeah.
You should play that game.
No, it ruined us.
Dude, I'm totally in.
I don't care for it.
Brian, I had a question for you. Did
Yes.
you see that? I want to say it's a Final Fantasy 13 character, or maybe it's 14. They're using like a video game character to like as like a fashion model.
Yeah, it's Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. They actually, I can't remember what it was now, but
Is that the chick or the dude?
It's the girl.
She looks the same.
Yeah, I get that joke, but I don't know the name of the characters. Is
It's the
chick
chick.
or the chick? Like,
It's
thank you.
pink hair chick.
Oh, they look the same. Internet jokes.
She looks like Cloud.
Go on.
That morph was always funny to me, though. Anyway, they actually, I think it was for some sort of perfume or cologne or something, had the Final Fantasy 13 characters advertise them, which is even stranger when you think about it.
Yeah, why? I mean, for the most part, video game characters are not proportionate, so I'm wondering why they did that. Maybe just because people recognize the model or the character.
I think it's because they're amazing, and I would buy anything that Lightning wears.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, Brian.
Yes.
Quick question. Maybe you know the answer. Final Fantasy 9. You know that rat person that wears like the red jacket and does like that weird weather dance?
No. Yes.
You do or don't know who I'm talking about. There's only one rat person with a red jacket. You have to save her like little cousin from a sand trap monster.
No, I do not remember this then.
For Final Fantasy 9, the one with the Monkey King.
Yeah.
One of your party members was like this rat, this gray.
That's why I said Freya, but I can't remember this part.
But you know what character I'm talking about, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Okay.
Were those things on her hat? Were those her ears or just a decoration on her hat?
I'd assume they were her ears.
I did too, but then I was looking at fan art for some reason, and it just looks. And given it's just fan art, it's not like official, but it just looks like ornaments that you put on the side of your hat, like Captain America ears.
Let's look into this.
The game looks pretty great, by the way.
Looks pretty ornamenty to me.
Right? But she has a rat tail, and the rat people, like, they show her race. You go to their town, it's in a desert, and it sucks.
And it sucks. It got fucking ruined. Final Fantasy 9 is my favorite one also, and to plug it real quick, they're re-releasing it.
Plug it, like they need your fucking help.
Final Fantasy 9 needs everyone.
Give a quick boost, signal boost to Final Fantasy 9. Go on, what are you saying?
Send out prayers for Final Fantasy 9.
Like this 2,000 times, and we're going to help out Final Fantasy 9.
If I get 1,000 likes for Final Fantasy 9, I'm going to share it. But they're doing like the not HD remake, but like, you know, fixing up the textures and shit and re-releasing it on Steam pretty soon.
I would not mind replaying that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The other ones, like, they've done that for Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8, but those ones actually had PC ports already, so this will be the first time this one gets like an upgrade of any kind.
Everyone's heads are so big.
Oh my, yes.
I'm still gonna name that tongue monster Grandpa, though.
They just put in the GoldenEye code for big head mode.
Why wasn't fucking the Final Fantasy 9 guy? Why wasn't he in fucking Kingdom Hearts?
I don't know. Maybe you will get some.
Because Cloud is supreme.
Whatever.
So everyone loves Cloud, everyone loves Sephiroth, and everyone.
Yeah, but they were just boss battles in the first one. Like Squall was the fucking like main herald of Final Fantasy for them at the time.
In Japan, loves drawing Cloud X Sephiroth.
Hey. Shut up.
Jesus.
Nobody knows why Japan decides it. They just do.
Do you think the big blue monster with the red hair is going to be called Salamander this time, or is it going to be whatever the fuck they named him in the American version?
Amarant.
Amarant.
Yeah, so dumb. Do you think they'll keep in Grandpa and Vivi's gay marriage?
I don't remember this. Go on.
When you get to like the second continent and you're going through this dwarf town, like to get to the summoner place, I don't know how much you remember the story or if this is just gibberish.
Go on.
You go through this dwarf town and like it's tradition for whatever reason to get married before you leave on this path. So, the main character.
What about everyone else in the group? Did they not have to get married?
I think they got married, but for one of the quick time events you can do is to see Grandpa and Vivi get married.
I don't remember this at all. Maybe I didn't do it.
It was very progressive.
To be fair, we don't know what Grandpa is.
No, we don't.
He does wear a dress and cook.
That could be anyone, Matt.
Yeah. I bring this up every single time, but my favorite joke in that game is the knight who begrudgingly goes on an adventure with you. He's like, "Stop calling me Rusty! Don't you dare call me Rusty!" And it's like, "All right, so what should I call you?" And then I always put it in Rusty. Take that, motherfucker!
That was always my favorite thing playing through a second time is just naming them completely stupid things.
Same thing for what was her name? The princess that you have to drag around with you.
Garnet, and she wants to be Dagger or whatever.
Yeah, she's like, "No, Garnet, I don't want people knowing who I am. How about this Dagger of yours? How about that for a name?" And then I would name her Garnet. Keep a real secret.
Speaking of stupid names, I don't know why we were all obsessed with.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know why we were obsessed with naming characters after meat, but I put in.
Beef meat chunk.
Well, I put in my memory card and put in Graffiti Kingdom the other day just to kind of look at some stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my main character that I played through it was called Pork Blob. And he's just like a fat ball character with a really long skinny arm.
Mm-hmm.
This way you could just lay out all the the enemies by just super stretchy Jack Skellington arm hitting them. Yeah. But I thought Pork Blob was a funny name.
Pork Blob is
I've never heard Pork Blob before.
Yeah.
That's fresh and new.
So one other thing I had to talk before we talk about hopefully what you guys brought to the mix is the Graffiti Kingdom is great. The Evo lineup this year, Brian. Have you seen the games that are going to be there?
What the fuck is Evo?
It's the fighting game tournament.
Just hang up on me and then call me back when you're done.
Just shut up. Have you seen the games that are going to be there?
No, I did not.
So the lineup, obviously Street Fighter V is going to be there because that's the new one. Guilty Gear XRD, Marvel 3, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat X, and Tekken 7, and then 3 Nintendo games. Super Smash Bros. Melee, New Super Smash Bros., and, which is kind of weird to me, Pokken Tournament.
Really?
Yeah, so Nintendo has the biggest showing of games out of Capcom, Microsoft, NetherRealm, Namco. Nintendo has the biggest showing.
I can't believe that.
It's weird, right?
And when did the last Tekken come out? When did Tekken 7 come out?
Well, Tekken 7 came out on arcades a couple years ago, but Namco has always done this thing where they put their game in arcades, and then they randomly decide, okay, it's time to put it on console. So Japan's had Tekken 7 in arcades for at least a year or two.
Okay. I was just, Smash Brothers Melee obviously is a million years old.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel 3 is getting there.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else is fairly new.
Well, it's just weird to me that Street Fighter V comes out in less than 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
But Street Fighter 4 has still been around, for the bulk of the year. I think Evo's in June or July?
It's July.
So it's still around for half the year. They should, I'm sure there'll be side tournaments, but they should still give it one last main
It should have been a
tournament.
headliner, yeah, as a send-off.
Yeah. I think it's weird to have Pokken Tournament when I get it. These companies are trying to push it, but it did crappy in arcades. Everyone hated it. I don't know if you saw the bull crap about the whole frame rate thing with it. Did you see
30
that?
frames!
Well, 30 frames a second unless you somehow have two Wii U's networked together and then you get 60 frames?
No, that's cool.
What kind
the
of
power
bullshit?
of the Wii U!
What kind of bullshit is that?
6 mega power!
I hate the people that are like, oh, the Wii is just two GameCubes taped together, but in this instance, it's actually true. You have to have two Wii U's taped together to get 60 frames. Makes no sense.
When does any console even link together anymore?
I don't know.
Why is this the unlockable for Wii U?
I don't know. It's weird. It is weird.
Did you see the rumors about Smash Brothers launching with Nintendo NX or whatever the hell?
All I heard was that Bandai Namco is taking more of the role rather than just Sakurai.
Oh, Madeline.
But other than that, I mean, I know obviously it's a rumor, but they're saying that it's going to be a launch for the NX.
Yeah.
Could be neat.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it will just be the last one, with all the DLC, that kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see that, like, either like a Melee HD remix or, like you were saying, Super Smash Bros. With all the characters, all the costumes, whatever.
This one actually had a fair amount of DLC to it. I mean,
yeah,
considering.
Beyond just characters and costumes, they also did balance fixes, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, I like that they did that, but it's just weird for Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see that we still, quote-unquote, had it in Melee when we played the other day. Matt got a couple wiggle hacks off.
There's some wiggle hacks. There's some definite holding down bullshit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The wiggle hacks is Samus
Who are you talking to?
in Melee. If you do your down B and then hold back and jam forward, like, what is it, the frame she hits the ground?
Are you telling me Matt does frame perfect inputs?
He does. He did two of them.
What are you guys talking about?
In Melee, when you do your wiggle slide.
That's luck every time. It's not something I know how to do.
Well, you know how to do it. It's just hard to do.
You do your mind, you go to the right, and then you jam it left at some point. I'm unaware of when the point arises.
I think it's the frame that the thing hits the ground.
Great. And then you jam the opposite direction, and it supercharges you to the other side of the map.
Yeah, it's super
I'm
funny.
sure if you were planning on doing it well, you could use it to your advantage, but I just do it because it's funny.
I know you're going to say no and call me an asshole, but do you know if that's legal in
tournaments?
Asshole,
no. I'm sorry, what?
You did it backwards.
Do you know if that's legal to do in tournaments?
I don't fucking know if they have tournaments.
What? We just talked about it.
This is a joke. I know they have tournaments.
Just say asshole and finish it.
Asshole.
Thank you.
Asshole.
Asshole. Asshole.
That's it.
Okay, so I've filled up about 40 minutes. What do you guys bring to the mix, Matt?
I was going to say we should probably stop here at 40 fucking minutes because that was always our thing of going way too long.
Well, I did have one more thing I wanted to talk to you about, Brian.
Oh my god, get it out already.
Shut
up. One more thing.
Matt and I last night played Summoner's Rift.
It was his idea, too.
I saw that.
Well, Brian was on, and I said, Brian, I kind of want to play. He said he wanted to play too, but he was too distraught because his friend abandoned him and didn't come.
Dude.
Someone broke my heart, and I didn't know what to do.
You think I'm happy about waking up at 10 o'clock at night and being like, where am I?
Yes.
You think I'm happy about waking up at 10 at night and playing the game I love?
Well, that's just a coincidence. That wasn't my plan.
But anyways, Brian, we played.
I'd much rather see Turbo Kid.
And I got to see the new Champ Select thing.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was the first time I got to see that. And then
what?
It's always interesting to me because, like, you and me, Brian, we're constantly, I don't know about constantly. For me, it's constant.
No, it's constant. I'm doing it like 8 times a day.
Okay, good. But we're just constantly checking to see what the updates are on League of Legends, what's in the beta, what's coming out, what the balance changes and all that stuff. And then Adam, he just plays the game when we're online, and that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. So it's always fun to see Adam's reaction to new things, because they're always a surprise to him. It's like watching a newborn baby discover colors.
Exactly. It's
like what the fuck is this champion? What is that, a tentacle? What's going on here? It's like, oh, and we're like, oh, it's Alawi. You just have to dodge it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Brian!
Yeah.
Did you see? They're changing it.
Did you see?
You can get assists on tentacles now if you're debuffed.
Yeah.
No more fucking yelling at people for killing the tentacles and forcing me to live my life this way.
Is this the right thing? Is this the wrong thing?
Oh, it's so good. So that's a really nice change.
All right, who were you guys?
I changed it up a bit.
Hold on, real quick. Best part, I was like, Adam, the way this works now is you have to pick 2 locations, top and something else. And he's like, I just want to play top. It's like, no, it's not how it works anymore. You can't do that.
And then I asked if I could pick top twice.
I forgot about that.
I changed it up, Brian, and I played Garen.
Yeah.
Matt was... who the frick were you?
I wanted to be mid, but I got ADC, so I went with Graves because.
That's right.
Why did I go with Graves and not Jinx?
I don't know.
Because you have a boner for him right now?
No, I think, did she get banned?
No.
Why did I pick Graves over Jinx?
I don't remember.
Me neither. Oh, you know why?
No.
I think it's because I didn't get to see who their ADC was, so I
Oh.
didn't want to be countered. So I picked Graves because he's amazing right now.
Gotcha.
But had they picked an ADC beforehand, I probably would have went with Jinx. That's what I went with. I was playing with Steve, and he got his secondary role of top, and I got my secondary role of ADC. So I went with Jinx, and we fucking destroyed them.
Well, we were playing last night, and I forget who I was fighting on the top. What was that character? Riven.
Oh, good.
She was not playing good or just being dumb. And she kept.
Sometimes I wish I could watch the replay to see like how your game went, because obviously I'm not looking at your lane. I'm not the jungler.
Right.
I'm not mid, so I'm just always focused on the bottom the entire time.
Like up until about level 4 or 5, it was pretty even. But as soon as we got ults, she just started doing dumb shit. And like I built the Dead Man's Plate first. So
did you have it by level 6?
No. But I'm saying that's what I was building towards first. So I had, like the extra health and everything. She kept coming in and like trying to stun me and doing her bullshit flip. So every time she got close, I would just W and it would basically neglect it or negate it. And then I would just spin and win. And one time she came in at me and I thought she was going to get me because we both had like 1 or 2 bubbles. But right as she was coming in, I hit level 6 and just freaking ulted her right as she came in. It was so awesome. But I wound up being 3-0, and then they actually wound up surrendering.
Yeah, which was bullshit.
The game only went on for like what 15 minutes.
Nah, it lasted 20 minutes. I looked.
Okay, so yeah, the game didn't last that long, and they freaking quit. We were graping them.
Every time there was a team fight, we just fucking destroyed them. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how like. I was telling Adam this yesterday. I've played very few Summoner's Rift, especially. This is like my. If you don't count ranked, I only played 2 ranked. This is my first fucking Summoner's Rift since they changed it. Mm-hmm. Adam's played like what 3 games total since like 2006 or whatever the game came out.
I want to say it's 4.
So I was saying it's probably still queuing us against lower skilled players until it figures out where to put us. Till we'll be like a half and half wins, half and half losses. So they might have been fucking retarded because. I mean, Brian, I'm sure you know this. You've gone up top a couple of times. Fucking Riven is a really, as far as I remember, a really easy champion to trade with. You dash in, you stun him, you attack him like twice, maybe in between the abilities, and then you fucking broken wings right the fuck out.
Well, that's what she was doing, but I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the W kind of doesn't matter if you get stunned because you have all that armor, so when she does her attack after the stun, it's kind of like whatever.
That's why I was... Yep, go on.
Garen, for like years, they say he's a counter to her because his silence fucks up her combos, and for the thing he was just saying, the armor just destroys. And then if she follows him, then he just spins, or if he has the advantage, he just spins. It's just
that's the best part. Is like if you know she's coming in, you just start spinning immediately. Even if she stuns you, she's stuck in your spin if she doesn't want to get hurt. Exactly. But that's actually why I told him I was like, start with cloth armor and some health pots. You'll out heal her the entire game. And it'll be fine. That's the other thing is like, I get it, you want to be Riven, you want to be the super carry and all that shit, but she didn't build any armor against him the entire game.
Yeah.
Back that.
And like I looked at her play history, she plays a lot, or he, whatever, it doesn't matter. She plays a lot of Riven, so how have you not figured this out yet?
My favorite part of what happened last night, Brian, was we were playing and one of the things Matt said was like, we may not be that good at laning, because we don't do it that often. But man, oh man, when there's a team fight, we know what we're doing.
My 2 favorite parts, and I might be mixing when these happen, I don't remember. Like, we just killed someone in the jungle, and everyone's retreating, and I see Adam just fucking whacking away at a fucking tower, so I'm like, alright. So I come out of the jungle, start helping him, he's like, oh, hey, friend. And then someone comes up with, like, no health, and he just justices them right into the fucking ground, and we continue to attack the tower.
Well, what was funny was I was sitting there chunking at the tower, and basically as soon as I saw the little thing pop up, I instantly just freaking Q to him. I honestly didn't even see how much health the guy had. Before. I just saw his little like character face pop up like on the screen, and I just freaking trucked it towards him. I'm like, oh no, this guy's got 2 bubbles. Instantly just mashing R as soon as I fucking could, and he tried getting away. And just
yeah, the best part was again, this is another reason why I say maybe it's still putting us against unskilled people that aren't used to the game yet, because they had support Akali, which, as far as I know, isn't a thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
She doesn't have a stun, a heal, or a shield. Why? She's an assassin, that's fun, but she's not getting any last hits in, so she's not getting items. Like, why bother?
Right.
It's like a random thing. It's doable, but it's mostly to make like kill lanes kind of thing.
I get you. Well, it didn't work for them.
Nope. Typically doesn't.
The best part is, like, she would put down her fucking Inviso shield and just walk around in there. So we'd all, like, I don't know how the coordination works so well, but, like, everyone that was in the group fight would then, like, surround the circle and hide in bushes if they were near the circle, so she had no escape. It was great. I think one time she was low, she went invisible, and I just ulted into it, and she died anyways.
It was a very fun game. I wish it had gone on to the end, because I was having fun.
Oh, yeah, it's fun when you're winning.
I was about to say, usually when we're winning, we want to keep playing.
Yeah. Adam's complaint, though, is very valid, but I think it's one that'll go away the more we play, is that he doesn't like Summoner's Rift in the beginning, because everyone's focusing on their lane and trying to do things, and no one's talking or having fun or joking.
It sucked, dude. Like, the first 10 minutes, it was just like crickets, and I hear Matt breathing.
Gross.
And I'm like, this isn't fun.
Yeah. I think the laning phase is more if you're going to have fun. Like, I don't like the laning phase either, don't get me wrong. That's the worst part of the game. Because you have to last hit, you can't ignore it, and you're focused on not dying, so you're not the reason your team lost and all that shit. But once it's over, though, the game gets fun.
Yeah, the group fight part of that version of the game is very, very fun.
Yeah.
I like laning, and
do you really?
I'm getting more into it as we go. Like, when I'm in mid, it's still pretty fucking frustrating because you're by yourself. The jungler could come up at any moment. But the last 2 times I played ADC, it was a little bit less stressful and fun because I had someone just in lane with me.
Yeah, definitely. When I was playing with like Steve, and I'm always the ADC for him, they were like chatting the whole time and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing. Like, you guys both like to play top. I can't do it.
It took 52 minutes, but we got one. That's the thing. All right, so that'll do it for the for the rebirth, if you will, of Scampgrounds podcast. So I'm Adam.
That's. I'm Brian.
Fuck off.
And that's.